Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina. On the surface, everything appears tranquil, but even souvenir stalls remind one of the war that ended just 30 years ago. Stray a bit from the beaten path and you'll find even more vivid traces of the war, like this shelled retirement home on the outskirts of Sarajevo, or bullet holes in the wall of the historical museum, whose director tells me about how difficult it is for the war wounds to heal.
At some points we think that we didn't move much ahead with dealing with the past.
Bosnia and Herzegovina is home to three ethnic groups: Bosniaks, Serbs and Croats. This ethnic diversity was the primary driver behind the bloody Bosnian War, which eventually ended with NATO military intervention and the signing of the Dayton Agreement. Since then, the country's been divided into two parts, the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina and Republika Srpska. But the divisions in society run even deeper than the administrative borders. During the war, Bosnian Serbs besieged Sarajevo for almost 4 years, the longest siege in modern history. 11,000 citizens lost their lives. Azra Imamovic was 3 years old when she fled the city with her mother and siblings.
My mum managed to get the last ticket on the last bus out of Sarajevo, and that meant within the space of maybe an hour of securing that ticket, just a state of panic. Even though we had bags kind of pre-packed, there was a lot of uncertainty about what we were going to do, and every day wasn't guaranteed.
Most families in Bosnia and Herzegovina are affected by war, and 30 years after the conflict's conclusion, the country is only seemingly at peace. And few places tell the story of this hidden conflict better than this memorial site in Potocari. More than 8,000 Bosniak victims of Srebrenica genocide are buried here, with new bodies recovered, identified and laid to rest each year. Srebrenica was a UN-designated safe area where Bosniaks could flee from war, but despite that, it was invaded by forces under the command of General Ratko Mladić. It took 16 years to capture him and put him on trial. Serge Bramertz, the chief prosecutor leading the case, tells me more about the gravity of Mladić's crimes.
He was indicted, prosecuted and convicted to a life sentence for the ethnic cleansing campaigns against Bosnian Muslims and Bosnian Croats.
Mladić is now serving a life sentence in The Hague, but recently a motion to release him has been made by his lawyers, citing medical conditions that require palliative care.
He's getting all the medical attention anyone would receive in a similar medical condition.
But many believe that the eventual release of Ratko Mladić is not really the point in this case.
The point of them is to make a noise in the media sphere, to assist the same political elites that he was part of that are still ruling this country today.
And it is the president of Republika Srpska, Milorad Dodik, who has much to gain here. He has been playing the secessionist card for a long time now. Most recently, he was sentenced to 1 year of prison by the Bosnian courts for undermining the country's constitutional order and Dayton Agreement. But having defied the arrest warrant for 5 months, he eventually appeared in court only to be allowed to walk free. A major victory for a politician that called to the nationalist notions of Greater Serbia and Russia's Vladimir Putin. The eventual release of Ratko Mladić might then be a scenario bordering on political fiction, but the very fact that it's being brought up reawakens various sentiments in an already divided country and adds fuel to secessionist narratives coming from Republika Srpska. From Bosnia and Herzegovina, for TVP World, I'm Paweł Trzaskowski.